YouTube, what's good with y'all? Top of the morning, it's your man Gip, and I'm back with another trucking vlog. Early morning grind, mixing it up today, guys. Got a couple container moves from the Inland Empire we gotta go pick up, going into the Los Angeles ports. At first I thought they was empty trailers. I jumped right on it, but then when I looked more in detail at the load descriptions, come to find out they both loaded. So, oh well, if you're moving a trailer, whether it's loaded or empty, either way it go, you got to get to the money. You know what I'm saying? Guess it only makes a real big difference unless you climbing some of these treacherous mountain terrain hills that we got out here, going over the grapevine with 40,000 pounds on your back, as opposed to staying on flat land with it. But this is what I'm dealing with early morning in LA. It's crazy traffic. Trying to get through here to get to the highway just to make my journey out to the Inland Empire, which is about 50 miles. So we got a 50-mile deadhead, then we bring in the trailer back 50 miles, 100 miles round trip. Ain't no way through it but to do it. Let's get on over here to this highway, get out here, get the first one. It's real interesting too because they actually giving me like a large window of time for both the loads. But I'd rather, you know, the way I grind, I'd rather just do both of them today because they giving me all the way until tomorrow night and I think midnight to complete both of them. So really you got 2 days. I could do one today and one tomorrow, but why not just knock both of them out today and let tomorrow have its own course on what kind of money we get tomorrow, man. So we do 2 today and 2 tomorrow if we can. You know what I'm saying? It's about working hard and smart and getting it out the way. I just figure if I judge in my time the right way, if I get out here now, there shouldn't be no traffic going that way. I should be able to get back in fairly easy. And as long as I can get back for that second one before this afternoon rush hour traffic pickup, I should be good. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all this good stuff, all the stuff down below. Go click on the buttons. I've been dropping vlog after vlog. I've been doing my part, but I don't feel like y'all been doing y'all part, man. Like the vlog up for your boy. Make sure you show me that thumbs up love. It's much needed, much appreciated. And that's the grind for the day. Just driving right now. Just made it up out of a lot of that inner city traffic. Getting close to the first container pickup, but I was looking at those mountains up there with the snow sitting up on them. It looks so beautiful out here. California is a beautiful state to live in. Outside of the taxes and the fuel and the crowdedness and the cost of living, it's just a beautiful landscape part of the country, that's for sure. I can see why the cost of living, I mean, just the way it's set up. You know, hopefully we can get up to the mountains this winter with all these big snowstorms we be having and go do some snowboarding. And really enjoy when we go up in the mountains. I like the snow and being in the cabin and spending that time with the family, but I don't know how good it looks on this point and shoot camera, but just the way those mountains, just the majesticness of it, guys, it's really breathtaking, man. We are getting on this east interchange because you see over here to the left, that's the westbound lanes. It's like all this inland city traffic. Everybody be traveling, going west on all the freeways. All these people live out here inland. They commute west on all the different freeways going west. All of them look like this. Traveling east, look, it's wide open for us. So I can get right out here. So by the time we start moving back in with this first trailer, this should have died down a little bit because we have to come back west with it. I want to get that done, and like I say, rush back out here, get the second one before the afternoon traffic, people getting off work, all them people traveling west, they gonna be over here in these eastbound lanes, and it's gonna be bumper to bumper. And that's the only thing I hate about trucking local in Los Angeles. I'm pretty sure a lot of other cities is like that. Just hate shifting these gears and working my knees on this damn clutch, shifting gears constantly, dealing with this traffic. So it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do to get the job done. Okay, so I made it over to the facility. Now this be like the needle in the haystack. You gotta drive through here and look for the container. Normally the numbers be like right down the side on the right. So I kind of like try to memorize the top 4 and the last bottom number. So I'm looking for HASU as far as the lettering, and then 1925 as far as the numbers go. So HASU 1925, guys. Somewhere around here. HASU. I see a HASU over there. That's me right over there, man. Central Transport. Get his ass out the way. I'm right up in here, that red container sitting right up in the back right there. So I guess he got to get this trailer right here, and then I can get mine. That red one you can see peeking through right there. So we have connected to the container. Definitely want to do your pre-trips on these, checking your tires, looking at the condition of the chassis. That's more important than really the container itself. Got a mud flap over here. I like how somebody already got a zip tie on this portion of the lock-in pins. Let's check the front side. That's the main thing. When these things are loaded, which I think this one is, yeah, they got a zip tie on this side. Definitely want to make sure it's locked in place and put a zip tie on it if you can, because you never know how these things are loaded. See, we got the zip tie here. He's locked in. Gonna get this landing gear up. Let's check these trailer tires on the passenger side. Got a mud flap here, and you can see we locked in. Just prevents this from opening up. Shit, I don't see no seal on this thing. This thing might be empty. Gonna pull him out and see. Let's get the landing gear up. Hopefully they go right up. Yeah, this is pretty good chassis. And sometimes you be fighting with the landing gear on these things. Beat these things up viciously. Sometimes you get, yeah, he's empty. Thought this bad boy was loaded. Better for us. Got an empty container going into the port of Los Angeles on an excellent chassis. So I'll get this up. Airlines on, pull forward, check our doors, be on our way. This is another thing that I've learned fooling around with these containers. So you can see how when we connect, but I got my lines, they just dragging on the catwalk. That's never a good thing. I've been through so many pair of these damn electrical and air lines from getting snagged on shit like this when I turn, or this dragging over there to the side when we're trying to park. So you definitely want to pay attention to that when you're connecting to these containers. Outside of that, basically just have to pull in my line here and raise that up. You always want to have your fifth wheel slid all the way to the back as far as you can go, because for some reason the kingpins on these containers seem to sit farther up to the front. So if your fifth wheel is not slid to the back and you go to turning and stuff, you're just gonna tear up all your mud flaps on this landing gear hardware right here. So remember that. after you've been pulling for a dry van, make sure you adjust your lines on the container and make sure your fifth wheel is slid all the way up. Okay, so we out that hole. Now, y'all see how I lifted them up off that catwalk? So now when I'm making my turns or anything like that, or when we get to the port and it gets so tight at that port, you guys, you know, basically you don't want to tear up your damn electrical lines and air lines and be out here stuck if you don't got an extra pair, which I do have an extra set in it because you never know when you're going to run into a problem. You definitely want to keep like a little small tool back with you and some extra air lines, fuses, and all kind of stuff like that. That's a whole nother video. Sounds like a good video to do too. Gonna make one for that, for you guys that are trying to learn this owner-operator stuff. Let's take a look in the back just to make sure. I always like to see nice and empty. Yes, sir. Put him back on here. Okay, we got blinking lights. Rear lights is working. Electrical is good on this one. A lot of times the electrical be burnt out and played out. But so far so good. As far as this chassis and container, it's in great condition. We connect it. And let me quit bumping my gums and hop on this highway. So we are getting close down here to the port, making our arrival. Everybody be driving so fast amongst these semi-trucks. I really don't understand what makes these four-wheelers think it's cool to bob and weave in between lanes of 80,000-pound vehicles. It's just weird to me, but so much for that. Down here at the port, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, hoping that when I get up here to this bridge that's taking me over here to these different piers that's down here. Go downtown Long Beach right there. City by the sea, as they call it. I just hope when I get on this bridge, because I can pretty much see the container yard that I go to down here from the bridge, and I sure hope it's a short line to get up in here. Sometimes you get over here, it's real easy to get over here with the trailer, but then when you get over here, sometimes you might be in line 30 to 40 minutes just to get let inside the facility. They be real sticklers over here about how they let you in. You can't have no passengers in the truck with you. Now you got customs down here, the border, like you going right there, you got the border agents down here who monitor this place. So they like to stay on top of who they letting up in here, when they let them in here, and how fast they let you up in here. But we'll be able to see it a little bit sooner. You can see the ocean sitting right over there. But I'm going to the truck yard right down here. Okay, that's perfect, man. I don't see no trucks in line down there. None. I sure hope I ain't caught them on one of their breaks as well. So I came here one time and I don't know, man, some people, I don't know if it was a lunch break or a shift change or whatever, but we going right here. That little sea of containers you see right here, you can see the steamship in the horizon. They over here to the left as well. But we going to that facility right down there, y'all. Me a madhouse down here, man. Moving these containers around. This is a hard hustle too. That's why I don't do this every day. Fooling around with the Amazon, or sometimes we connect to the own van of ours to pull a local load. But the way these rates is nowadays, you just got to take whatever you can get. Whatever comes across the load board. If you all over the place looking, it's like a first come, first serve type thing. So we on it down here in the Long Beach Pier. One of the busiest, I believe, in the United States. I know there's several piers and ports set up along the West Coast as well as the East Coast. But I believe by far this Port of Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure they holding down as being #1 as far as the majority of imported and exported freight coming into the States. That's for sure. You got to thank the American consumer. Majority of the goods that we consume, they coming in from like Taiwan and China, over that area. So when you coming across the water, this is the port that they would enter to get their goods into the people who buy all that shit up, us. So this is where we going right here, to Pier S. You can get up in here, get this thing off our back, and go on about our day, y'all. Yeah, see, once you pull up in here, so you can see the bridge up ahead. That's the bridge we just come across. Show y'all the process of it. That's where you gotta have like a what is it? I think it's the UIAA. You gotta have like a SCAC code to get inside these facilities, and like a booking number. And ever since 9/11, you know, outside of the airports being super locked down, these ports are as well too. So.
SCAC code.
NEXQ.
Okay.
704-1090. So we in here, so you see the guys in these little white cars in these vans, they'd be around here like crazy. Cause it's like, I don't know, maybe they used to deal with a lot of theft down here, but once you get up inside of here, they don't assign you no parking spot. You just gotta drive through here looking. It's always easier when you drop in the container as opposed to coming down here. Can you imagine going through all these containers trying to find the one that you do have to pick up to go deliver? Now they normally assign you like an area, A through Z, and parking slip this number. But you know, you come down here at nighttime, it's not that well lit up, and it could just be real challenging. But right now, let me hurry up and find a open space to drop this container. I like to normally go all the way down here on the end. It'd be really hard. At least we got right in, so I don't have to worry about that sitting in line for an hour just to get in here to get empty off your back. Alright, so we out. Oh man, we dumped him. Let's get the airbags back up. I'm trying to make it a habit of dumping my air. Stop letting these containers and dry vans or any trailer slam down on your truck frame. But I was looking at one guy who does heavy hauling, and he had recommended, well, he just gave a good pointer, which sounds pretty good to me. And that was before you dump your air on your airbags, when you disconnecting from a container, trailer, or whatever you connected to, kind of pull out a little bit, and when you hear that fifth wheel unhook from the kingpin on the trailer, then go ahead and dump the suspension, especially if it's your own trailer, because like you said, once you get to lowering the airbags, you're just putting more tension on your kingpin, and that could damage your trailer. So it's a rule of thumb. You know, anytime somebody drops some knowledge on me, or I hear anything that makes good sense and sounds good, I'm gonna go ahead and adhere to anything good that I can say here as far as safety or any good pointers in trucking. You have to. So you can see it's a madhouse. They in here 24/7.